Welcome to Divine Lotus Tarot. So, I have a reading that I'm going to do. We're just going to focus on the High Priestess energy, though. This reading is interesting because it entails like some interesting components which may pertain to it's like a lot of different factors in the situation. So, essentially what came through is the initial message that came through was there is a energy that was coming up as a Taurus energy, feels like a Taurus female energy, and this person is a prostitute, and they didn't want people to know that they were a prostitute. They didn't want this to come out, but it's a known, unknown secret, meaning like it's something that this person is very famous for, okay? But it's almost like it's not talked about. So people know that this person is a prostitute, but I guess they don't openly disclose this, or this person just doesn't openly wear this badge of being a prostitute on their sleeve. But this is the type of individual who like goes after people who they feel are like vulnerable, or people who they feel that they can put in a vulnerable position. Now, what I also was getting was this Taurus has a STD, and this Taurus has intentionally been going after individuals to spread this STD to people, especially individuals who are in relationships. So this person is a homewrecker, okay? They specifically look for individuals who are in relationships and they sleep with them. This is the type of individual who would sleep with another family member's um, significant other and give this to them, or their friends, or friends, quotation marks, family members, quotation marks, because anyone who's doing this, they're evil and demonic. That's evil and demonic to intentionally, first of all, use your vagina as a weapon and intentionally go give someone an STD when you know that you have an STD. And then it's even more cruel and demonic. And I even heard criminal charges. So this person has criminal charges that are being brought up against them for doing this. Um, but essentially, it's even more just nasty and nauseating and vindictive for this person to do this to individuals who are like family members, okay, and friends. But it's like this person has no sense of morale, which is interesting since their energy keeps coming up as Taurus, right? Yeah, they have no sense of morale, okay, and I feel like this person didn't want it to be known that they were a prostitute. And it feels like there was um, an individual who this person was dealing with. I don't know if this person knew or not, but this person was dealing with an undercover cop. Okay. So, or maybe this person does know. Um, but this person was dealing with an undercover cop, or a cop, or someone who knows a cop, or someone who hired an investigator in some type of situation. And that's how that person um, found out about this Taurus being a prostitute. And it feels like there's another energy that is a Libra in this situation who is at odds with this Taurus. Like these two individuals are at odds with each other. And it feels like, they just don't have a really good relationship right now. And it almost feels like each of these individuals are trying to see who can put each other in jail first. So, like I said, there's already legal charges or something with the justice system around this situation, and these individuals, and it feels like they're both trying to like throw each other under the bus or see who I feel like they are trying to put each other in jail, just put it like that. And I feel like around the situation, what it really comes down to is that they're fighting over someone else's money, and they want to be the first to like reveal some type of like secret or expose someone's secret, so that I heard piece of the pie, because they think that they think that they're gonna be included, or they think that they're entitled, or they think that they're gonna get a piece of the pie, like I guess once they divulge this secret. Okay, so Once they tell the secret, I guess they think that they're going to get compensated for it, or it's going to entitle them or put them in a position to be able to like reap some type of public success, or just get some type of notoriety. Maybe they want to get some like 15 minutes of fame or something like that. Is what they think that they're going to get from this situation, but all I see is jail time. Um, as well as other energies I was getting, just coming up while I was doing the reading, was that there was a male energy, okay, who, it feels like this male had a child out of wedlock. The person who he had a child with, who is coming up as a Scorpio energy, this person thought that this child was going to essentially enhance the chance of this person leaving their significant other for them. And when that did not happen, because this person waited a very long time, I guess maybe, I don't know if this man kept promising that he was going to leave, or that this person was just holding on and continuing to mess with this man, and this person was under some type of delusion themselves that this would guarantee that this man would leave their family for them. But it never happened, it looked like. And so I guess once this person became aware of this, they started doing black magic on this person to sabotage their relationship, is what I'm picking up. Um, it also feels like this man left something to this child, because what I'm getting is this could be like a family dynamic if within this component. And I heard scam. He didn't want his he didn't he didn't want this child to have to scam. It could be a situation where it's like the family has a family business of being scammers, prostitutes, and like porn stars. And so I kind of feel like this man wanted more for his family. He didn't want he wanted more for this child. He didn't want this child to have to do that. I also kind of feel like this is kind of what made maybe other individuals in this family like jealous of this child. The fact that like they didn't have to do this, but they were like the child didn't have to be part of like this family business, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, like of scamming, hoeing, and being a porn star, but that either they had to, or they felt like that was the only option that was presented to them. And I guess they were jealous that someone thought enough of this particular child that they didn't have to do it, is what I'm picking up. But it feels like there was a lot of jealousy and animosity directed at this child from like other family members, and especially from this mother who thought that having this child was going to secure her ability to have this man or whatever. Um, but it feels like this man didn't want this individual who he had this child with, or who had this child, to like be able to benefit off of him. So I feel like he did something to kind of like what he thought was like protecting this child, to secure this child and make sure that this child had a future. And that's why I was saying, he to not have to be involved in this family dynamic or in this family business or whatever. So I feel like he left something, or left things to this child, or passed things along to this child, so that this child would essentially have like, this child is supposed to have like a easy life. And I feel like there was a lot of individuals who came in between, like trying to sabotage. It's like people getting together. It's like where they don't even like each other, but it's like, well, for the sake of keeping this child from getting the inheritance that they're supposed to get, they came together and they agreed on that. But these are people who were all sleeping with each other's significant others, passing STDs along to each other, lying about not having STDs and shit like that, and pointing fingers at other people, saying people did or whatever, trying to take the blame off of them, or lying about like what they do for a living, and things of that nature. And um, for the sake of coming together so that they could block this person from getting their inheritance, or being able to know the truth, or knowing who their real father was, or even, for that matter of fact, having a relationship with this individual. Like, they went through extensive, they just went through a lot of extensive work, you know what I'm saying, to like do all of this. Where essentially what it boils down to, I'm picking up a lot of greed, jealousy, envy, and laziness. And it feels like for the amount of time that has, like, you know, passed by in this situation, which this feels like it's been going on for like years, but I'm hearing centuries, so this could just definitely be some type of generational like thing that's a curse that needed to be broken that has passed on from lifetime to lifetime. So it just seems like in each lifetime, these karmic individuals, okay, could have went out of their way to focus their energy on properly bringing into their life what they wanted, but instead they fixated their energy on this one particular person's destiny or their inheritance, what they were supposed to get, and made it their mission to all group together to sabotage this person instead of deciding that, hey, go get $1 million for yourself, become a self-made millionaire, become a self-made billionaire, become a self-made trillionaire. No, they focused all their energy on ganging up on trying to sabotage someone else's happiness because they're lazy and dusty. Because this is what dusty people do. Dusty people don't want to work for what they want. They want to try to leech off of other people's energy, like the demons that they are. Because that clearly is the energy that I'm picking up. That's some demonic energy for people to be out here using their vaginas as weapons, spreading STDs, purposely going after vulnerable people who they felt like they could get away with this from, taking advantage of them, blackmailing them, making people leave their relationships, asking for money, paying people to leave people and giving them money, you know what I'm saying, to keep their secrets, and then trying to scam and turn around and say that, okay, we're going to conspire and plot against this other person. It's a lot of weird energy, you know what I'm saying? It feels like way more effort to keep all of this ignorant shit going on than what it would have been to just focus on a clear path and say, this is what I want to do with my life and move forward and attain that. To me, all of this seems way more difficult and way more ignorant. It's just ignorant, and it take way more effort than you sitting down, putting a business plan together, and going day in and day out, accruing your clientele, saving your money, and reinvesting in yourself. But that's too easy for dumb people, because whoever was doing all of this, you're dumb, period. It's dumb. You working backwards. You working harder, you're not working smarter. So you're dumb. Besides that, I just feel as well too that it feels like there was I mean, it's just more details when it goes into like what this child had to endure. It kind of feels like it feels like there's a situation I'm picking up as well too, where maybe someone was intentionally letting someone sleep with a child. Okay, so it just kind of feels like someone got played all around, and then they felt stupid once things didn't pan out the way they thought it was going to pan out. So this could have been a mom who was, or a mother figure, whatever, because that's not a mother that would allow their child to, you know, sleep with someone else. But it feels like a woman who allowed the innocence of someone to be robbed away from them because she was stupid. You know, she thought that she was going to gain something from doing that. And